How can you lack so much compassion? What if your mom, your dad, was immediately just taken from you as a white person, as a black person, as anyone? How can you just accept that? This is not, fuck, bro. This is so unreal, and how can people just lack compassion? How? Why can't you just imagine yourself just waking up one day with your family not there anymore? So LA businesses are getting raided by ICE, or some people that are wearing stuff that says ICE on it with their faces all covered up. People are getting ran over. Shots are being literally fired, literally. And this is supposed to be life right now. We're not going to get treated like humans because they don't see us like humans. They lack compassion. How can you lack compassion? How? I understand that you're trying to get criminals out. Why are you going to workplaces where people are just trying to work? That doesn't make sense.
Just last week, y'all had black fatigue. Just last week, every other demographic who wasn't black, y'all had black fatigue. Now y'all are demanding black bodies to be put on the front line. There's other ways to protest, there's other ways to help. But I find it kind of insane that all of you had black fatigue. But now y'all need black people help. Why is the majority not asking the Asian community for help? Why is the majority not asking the Pacific Islander community for help? Why does everything always have to fall on black people? Especially when y'all have so much fatigue, right? Our existence bothered y'all so much just last week. Y'all had all this black fatigue because we told y'all stop saying the N-word in rap songs. You know what I'm saying? Stop wearing our women's box braids. Stop trying to wear fake dreadlocks. You ain't black. Y'all had black fatigue, bro. I ain't forget that. Y'all had black fatigue. But you know how black people do. We sympathetic. You know eventually we gonna help. We always give in, man. Every single time we always give in.
What is good, you guys, and welcome on another episode today. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for tuning in on this episode. This woman video is going viral because she has stated, as a white person, as a black person, how can you even be okay with this? And as you guys know, since this whole thing started, black people have stated very clearly that they are sitting this one out. Even though we know it's not totally everyone that will be able to sit this one out. Some people are just like naturally, like they have this empathy. They're just going to speak up. They're going to use their voice. Even though black people are not so much on the streets, they are still using their voice because I have seen so many black people speaking up on what is going on. But if you have been wondering why black people are tired, black people are responding to those who are hungry at the fact that they said they are sitting this particular one out. Black people not speaking up is not because they don't have empathy. This is a story of people who are exhausted, people who have been betrayed. It's just a story of having boundaries because they are tired. And let's be honest, it is okay for black people to be tired. Black people spoke up. Black people used their platform. They talk about this thing even before it happened. Some of them now are feeling like unheard. Some of them are feeling like, they are being used because, they constantly speak up. And now that everything is turning upside down, they want them to be at the forefront. Black people are responding to this woman's video about the reason why they are taking a back seat in this particular one.
Listen, just because Black Americans say that we are not getting involved in what's going on with the immigrant situation, the ICE raids in Los Angeles, California, that does not mean that we are in lockstep with white supremacy. White supremacy was our enemy first, right? So let's never lie about that. But we are doing just what we said we're going to do. We're going to mind our business, drink our water, and worry about our community for once. See, Black Americans, we haven't been doing that. But now we're doing that. We have been running to put out everybody else's burning building while ours burned to the ground, and somehow everybody is mad about it. See, y'all other communities, y'all are spoiled. Y'all are used to Black Americans throwing on the cape to help you. But then when we ask y'all for help, like, hey, help us get reparations, y'all say, nah, We ain't gonna help y'all do that because y'all don't deserve it. So again, don't get it twisted.
Why are black people saying this is not our fight making you upset? I've seen video after video from Latino creators or Latino people coming online pleading to black people to put our bodies at the forefront of this fight against illegal ICE raids, against deportation, against roundups, against undocumented people being rounded up and families being disjointed. But there's several reasons as to why you should not be shocked that black people are sitting this one out. You guys all remember that this is a subset of your community last year. You're also aware that across the board, overwhelmingly black people voted in favor of the candidate that had black interests, Latino interests, Asian interests at heart. Where if you look at the sentiments of what that vote represents, half of your community voted for this. Half of your community said F you to black people. Half of your community said, we don't care about you. Half of your community said you wanted to be white aligning and white adjacent. And now you're being reminded of the fact that you're not. We have to have the ability to hold multiple truths when we speak to each other as communities. The truth is that Latinos are not in a monolith. It's just an all-encompassing umbrella that they put you under. And that, yes, the majority of the people that voted for Donald Trump and were doing that were Cuban and were other people in different parts of the country, and undocumented people in Mexico, in California are being impacted by that. That is true. But what's also true is that there is a history of black people fighting and being at the forefront of civil rights in this country since the inception of civil rights in this country. And it's always been pushback and non-solidarity from multiple communities who are voting and always going against black people. So this particular time when black women especially really came out in droves and really fought forward with our votes, and you guys didn't do it, your community didn't do it. It's like, why would I fight now? Why would I fight now? So I just need you, like, if you're gonna come online and make pleas and ploys to black people, because I've seen so many video, start by acknowledging the fact that your community has colorism, anti-blackness, and voted against your own best self-interest. Start with that. Don't come in here and ask black people just to put our bodies at the forefront of the line, because we've been doing that for a century. Secondly, I think the majority of black people who are saying that they're sitting this one out are using their voice in other ways or having solidarity with you in other ways, but they're not going to protest. They're not going to go get hit by rubber bullets. They're not going to put themselves in harm's way or make that effort again, because you guys, it's time for you to fight for yourself. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for you. Now, there's also a bunch of black people online who are asking black people to come out and fight for everyone, and everyone needs to fight, and this is our fight as well. While I do agree with a lot of those sentiments, because if they're doing it to brown citizens, they can do it to black citizens, and they can use the Congo and Haiti as an excuse to just racially profile all of us. That's very true. But you have to stop telling black people to put themselves on the line when black people are exhausted. Black people are exhausted. Black people have done so much for all communities in this country. At a certain point, there has to be a time where they need to rest. And right now, a bunch of people are resting, and that's fine. But there will always be people in our community who fight. Like, I'm using my voice every fucking day on this app. I've made an update about every single thing going on with ICE raids, locations, where they are, what's happening with Trump. I do it every day on my social page, and it's exhausting. Like, I'm actually exhausted. Today, I put up like 10 posts. I'm exhausted, but I'm doing it because I know my voice has reach, and I know that people need to hear it. And that's my personal choice. I'm not doing it because I feel obligated. So stop trying to make people feel obligated to put themselves on the line again. I say that to say it's a lot of fucked up shit happening in this country. I know that people and families, I was in tears last night seeing people self-deport themselves and people getting rounded up, grandfathers and grandmothers and abuelitas getting taken away, who are the people who are the fabric of this city in LA. But I just know that it doesn't end here, and there are black people on that list. There are black countries on that list. There are black countries on that list, and I'll say that to you again. There are black countries on that list.
support the Latino community. You guys are family to me. But you can't get mad that every black person is not out there marching with you. We are not the Avengers. The ones that want to fight are fighting and speaking up. From the BLM protests all the way back to the civil rights protests, we weren't screaming, "Where are the Hispanic people at?" The ones that wanted to come help came to help. There are a lot of Latinos that don't like black people, but they are benefiting off of the work that black people have done. It's not fair that the Latino community is divided and somehow we are getting bashed. We need to be going off on the people that didn't vote for your best interest. Cubans. I want everybody to be safe. And what Trump's doing is completely wrong. I don't care what race you are. But the bashing has got to stop. Now, I love all you guys. Stop it.
If you are a person of color defending them for tearing this place up and they are illegal immigrants, you are just as delusional as they come. These are the same people that feel like innocent George Floyd and the protests that we did over that and what they did to him and what they've been doing to us for hundreds of years since we were trapped and brought over here on a boat. They feel like that their protests for them illegally invading our country are the same thing. So I need y'all to do a favor and sit this one out, because that you think that those people are your allies and they are not. The only thing that you have to do is provoke a person for them to tell you how they really feel about you. And the only thing that they always have to say, George Floyd this, George Floyd that, but y'all did this and that about George Floyd. We belong here. We were born here. How dare you think that you can compare yourself to people that were born here and have birthright citizenship to be in this country? Now, the land of the free and all that other shit that y'all want to preach and that y'all want to talk about, take that shit up with Trump. I don't want to hear it. But for my people, zip. I don't want to hear shit.
So many foreigners will come to this country and look down on black Americans like we're like the scumbags of the earth and like turn their noses up at us and be racist towards us. And then all of a sudden, when they feel like they're in some type of debacle or they need some type of help, now they're looking at us like, oh, we're supposed to be standing in solidarity. We're all POCs. It's like, well, first of all, more importantly, there is no country that you can go to on this earth where you don't have to have some type of visa or there's not some type of immigration law. So if you're in a country, any country, illegally, then at some point you're probably going to get caught and you're probably going to be deported. So why wouldn't America be any different? And my thing is this, like, if you're burning American flags, but you're fighting to live on American soil, like you're burning the flag like as if you hate America, but you want to live in America. You're fighting and you're upset because you want to live here. Now I could see, like, if we're at war and you burn the American flag, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And you're on your own soil and you're burning American flags. I get it. But you're fighting to stay here illegally and burning the American flag because you want to live in a country that has freedoms and opportunities that your country is not able to provide you. They're separating families. Families are getting torn apart. It's like, that's what happens when you break the law. That's what happens. Just like if you were to go to jail, you would be separated from your family and you would have to go to jail. It's the same thing. Like, you're here illegally. You didn't do things the right way. You let your visa expire or whatever. Just do what you're supposed to do like everybody else has to, and everything will be fine. I don't know. I just find it funny how everybody comes over to this country with their nose turned up against black folks until they need.
The black community don't owe y'all nothing. We don't owe y'all nothing. You know what I'm saying? When we was out here getting gunned down and choked out and all that shit, and when the white man was out here and still out here talking about go back to Africa, where was y'all at? You know what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't out here fighting for us. There was no solidarity with the Latino community. Hell, y'all was saying to us, go back to Africa. This ain't y'all country no more. This ain't y'all country. Learn Spanish. Blah, blah, blah. All that anti-blackness the Latino community has for black people. And you think we about to unify with y'all, like advocate for y'all? Why the fuck would we do that? Nah, fuck that. That ain't our fight. That is not our fight. Why would we use our platform to advocate for motherfuckers who bask in anti-blackness? Like y'all literally will y'all call us monkeys, all that shit. And you want us to advocate? You want us to use our platform? You want the black celebrities to use their platform to advocate for this ICE shit? No, nah, fuck that. Y'all voted this motherfucker in. Y'all already knew the first term, when he had his first presidential term, Trump, when he had his first presidential term, he said he was gonna try to build a goddamn wall to keep y'all out. And then here he is. Y'all voted for this man. Y'all voted for this man. Y'all voted for the very man who said he wanted to kick y'all out. So we supposed to no, that's y'all fault. Nah, fuck that. Handle your own. We still fighting our own battles. We still fighting our own war. And what you want us to stop what we doing to get in another war that ain't got shit to do with us? Nah, fuck that. Where's y'all community at advocating for y'all? Why y'all not asking white people to advocate for you? Why y'all not going to the white people? Because you know why. And now that ICE is knocking at y'all door, knocking at y'all establishments, and coming to get y'all, you want the black community to be out here, talking about, oh, da-da-da-da-da-da. Nah, we not doing it. We not doing it. No, I know for damn sure I'm not using my platform. No. Nah, fuck that. Nah, ICE doing what ICE do. The only people I'm standing with is my people, my African American people, my African people, my African immigrants. Those are the only one I'm standing with. These Latino folks, I'm not standing with you motherfuckers. No, I'm not. And I said it just like that. I'm not standing with y'all. Y'all hella anti-black. You hella anti-black. Y'all be calling us names. You know what I'm saying? You be standing with the white man. Y'all problem is y'all think y'all the white man's friends. Like, y'all think we below y'all and y'all right there, right below the white man. No. The white man don't look at you as no equal either. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why y'all even advocated to vote for this man. And you knew what his agenda was. Nah, so the black community is not standing in solidarity, especially the black conscious community. Hell nah. With all you anti-black Latino motherfuckers, no. Fuck that. I don't care what y'all say. We ain't standing with shit. If it ain't got nothing to do with black people, we got our own shit going on. That's y'all fault. Fuck that. Y'all voted that motherfucker in here. Deal with the consequences. That ain't got shit to do with us. I'm not getting into that. Like, that ain't my fight. That ain't my fight. Why would I inject myself into some shit that ain't got shit to do with me or my people? Nah. Y'all shouldn't have been so damn anti-black. Y'all shouldn't have been talking shit about us. Maybe we would.
To be honest, black people are just tired. They are tired to be the first one to organize, tired to be the first one to march, tired to be the first one to speak up, tired to be the first one at the forefront. They are tired. And then all of this thing is being thrown back to their face when things kind of like settle down. I think every single point and every single black person that I have listened to talk about the reason why they are sitting this one out, I think they have a very good reason to, even though I am still seeing so many black people stand up for what is going on right now. They have been protesting for decades, and there's still a way that the system have flipped their passion against them. So it's okay for them to be tired. People want black people to speak up. They want them to be the voice for every single thing, even though it is still going to be thrown back to their face. So this is one of the reasons why they said they are sitting this one out. Black people scream. They saw this coming even before it happened. That black people are expected to stand up for every issue is the contributing factor to why they are tired. Because even when they do, at the end of the day, it will still be thrown back to their face. Well, they were so loud in response to black people, telling them who they should vote for. Black people stood 10 toes down on they are voting for. And now that the result of their actions is biting them, they want black people to scream. They want them to be the voice for that. They say, oh, now you guys lack empathy because you guys are not standing up for us. They did their own bit during the election. It's so crazy seeing now that their silence is being weaponized. And let's not even forget that it is not even about just protesting. For black people, it is a risk. During the last protest, I saw a lot of people talking about how everything went peaceful because there were not so many black people on the field. The story would have been a different one if there were so many black people on the field. So even if black people are coming out to protest, it's not just about that protest. They are putting a lot of things at risk. They are putting their life at risk. So many of them are choosing survival and not symbolism. They want to rest. They want to relax. And even though they are still observing from afar, I feel like a lot of black people are still using their voice because there is a community that has been silent for the longest. And this is going to be on the second video because now they are calling them out. I've been promised for the longest of time that a change is coming. Black people have voted, they have marched, they have organized. Talk about what you can do, to tell them that this is what we want in the country. Black people have done it all, but the system keeps confirming who they really said. Well, definitely, they are tired. They are taking every back seat that they can take because they are not going to be the one to save every movement. Let's not even forget the fact that their silence does not mean compliance. It doesn't mean that. If you have been following this conversation, I'm sure you know that Black people's silence is not compliant. Right now, I believe their silence is just a resistance, choosing not to respond to a cycle that is broken. They are restrategizing, finding new ways to fight while still protecting their peace. So yes, when Black people say they are taking a backseat, I feel like a lot of us know or get where they are coming from. And if you don't, maybe you listen to some people who are speaking about the reason why they need to rest. Because yes, they've been fighting, they've been organizing, they've been marching for decades. Let me hear what you guys think about this whole conversation in the comment section. And what do you think about the people who are pissed at the fact that Black people are saying they are taking the backseat, even though I think they are not taking the backseat actually. They are still using their voice. Let me hear what you think in the comment section. I am going to see you guys in the next one.